So speaking of Maryland, last night, Northwestern takes them down 76-74. Your guy, Brooke Barnheiser, Ty Berry, Nick Martinelli hits the buzzer beater shot there at the end to give Northwestern the win. I need to load that picture up so I can show everybody, Kent, the one I sent you guys last night. While I'm doing that, go ahead and tell people, what'd you think of this game overall? Is to me, Northwestern's the most dangerous team in the Big Ten. Do you agree with that statement? And give me your thoughts on the game.
I agree that they're dangerous for the top teams. Like, you don't want to go play. I say that, but Michigan State just went in there and handled them, though, at Northwestern. So I don't know if I completely agree with that. I think they're a really good team still. I love Northwestern. Everybody knows that about me. But I wanted to ask you about something real quick before we actually got into this game. Were you locked into all the stuff that was happening on Twitter yesterday with Brooks?
No, I didn't see what happened there.
Okay, so I'm not going to call him out by name because I feel like he's gotten enough flack yesterday. But there was one guy that said that his sources were telling him that Brooks was going to be out for the year, and he wasn't playing last night.
Yeah.
And then right before the game, I want to say like 2 hours before the game, Northwestern posted a picture of him at the shoot around, basically. So Northwestern admin is super locked into what's going on social media, but
was it
basically
an insider?
Was
it like an insider or just a fan?
It was a fan who apparently has 100% hit rate on Northwestern recruiting so far.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you. I'll show you who it is after we're done recording. But anyways, my guy Tommy Hook was telling me everything about it. He lives near me, and he always keeps me locked in on the Northwestern stuff. But apparently Brooks was hurt last night. He was about to be out for the season, and then he went for 20 and 10. So really fun night if you're a roller coaster day if you're a Northwestern fan. Going from the news that your best player might be out to he's having a fantastic game and picking up a buzzer beater win. So just kind of crazy. I thought
Martinelli hit the buzzer beater. Martinelli hit the buzzer beater.
No, I know. I'm just saying, as a fan, your best player was about to be out, and then you win on a buzzer beater. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant Brooks Barnheiser hit the buzzer beater. Yeah, no, for sure. That it was a pretty interesting situation. I mean, Maryland at this point, I don't know what to make of them. I never really believed in them, but I had to put them higher in my power rankings because I thought, they are winning games. We have to give them credit to a certain extent, but kind of Philip has been saying in the comments, at some point they're going to Willard. At some point, Kevin Willard is going to Willard. This is a team that, they've improved Rodney Rice, Jacoby Gillespie, these kind of guys, but did we really think Derik Queen was just ready to step into Big Ten play and dominate the same way that he was in, the out of conference play? He's still a freshman, just like how Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper are having to adjust right now, just like how UCLA, Oregon, all these new teams, new coaches are having to adjust right now. Derik Queen is having to adjust, and Julian Reese looks really good. 23 points last night, 7 rebounds, and Derik Queen, to his credit, did get 14 rebounds, so I'm not trying to knock the guy, but it's clear he's not been the impact scorer that he was before, and his play's not been as good as it was in the out of conference. Again, he had 14 rebounds last night, so I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm not saying that he doesn't play for his team or anything like that, but it's just not been the same, and so Kevin Willard is going to have to adjust here. I just don't know if I trust Kevin Willard to adjust and make that happen. What do you think?
I don't. I definitely don't trust him. But like you were just saying, Julian Reese, great game last night. It feels like some nights he's all by himself. And I know Derik Queen, he had a fine game yesterday, but just too much Northwestern. I feel like every time that it felt like Maryland was going to pull away, Northwestern was hitting big shot after big shot. And to me, one of the most entertaining games that we've watched all year, just with how close it was throughout the entire game. Nobody ever had a huge lead. Really fun to watch. But yeah, as far as Maryland, man, I don't know. They are. I'd have to look through the entire Big Ten, but I think that they're the most difficult team to figure out with the way that what games they've won and the way that they finished some games like they did last night. I just don't know what to expect from them night in and night out. So very difficult. I'm kind of throwing my hands up with them and saying, I just don't know.
I've broken the formula for you here. You ready?
Yes.
Maryland on Sundays, 2-2. On
2-2 on Sundays.
Thursdays, 0-2. So
Hmm.
you play Maryland on Sunday, you have a good chance possibly to beat them. Play them on Thursday, guaranteed.
Guaranteed win if they play on Thursday.
Now
Man,
both
I hope they
those
don't play many more Thursday games.
they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more Thursday games. So this team
Ooh.
will have at least 4 more losses because they play 4 more Thursday games.
Man, that's a good little nugget to have for all the gamblers out there.
I only knew that because Philip said, I don't know, Maryland on weeknights has been an empty building. I was like, well, let's look at when they've played these games. And I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, all their losses are on Thursday and Sunday, except for Marquette. That one happened on a Friday.
Which is true. I mean, he's right about that. The building is
Yeah.
empty during, even sometimes on the weekends, sometimes it looks empty. But I guess what I was trying to get at for Nebraska traveling out there, you don't want to travel anywhere when you're on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
And especially
No,
against a team that's pretty tough like Maryland. So
right. And Maryland's
even if
record
the
right
building's
now
empty.
is 11-1 at home and 0-4 on the road. So, you know, even if they don't have the best attendance right now, they're still winning their games at home. The only team they've lost to at home was Marquette, and that was a close game, and Marquette's one of the best teams in the country. So I think that was kind of what catapulted them for me, the close game against Marquette, and then obviously blowing out Ohio State. I thought, oh, this team, you know, is going to be pretty good. And then they had the close game against Purdue. Braden Smith just won that game for them, you know. But that's what Braden Smith does at
And
Mackey.
then they
You
played
don't want to go up against
Washington.
Braden at Mackey. Go ahead, sorry.
I said, I was cutting you off. I said, and then they played Washington.
Oh yeah, and then they play, and then everything was downhill from there. They are two of their last 5, so you know Maryland falling off a little bit here. They definitely have to get it right. Like we talked about for Nebraska, they're playing Nebraska on Sunday. We'll see, but then they have a stretch. Listen to this stretch: at Illinois, at Indiana, Wisconsin, at Ohio State. You think they win 2 games in that stretch?
Who are we talking about right now? Sorry, I just clicked on Maryland.
Maryland. And that Illinois game is on a Thursday, so.
All right, so
you know,
let's
really
see.
bad
That's a
news.
loss for sure. I think they could beat Indiana. I feel like anyone could beat Indiana right now.
I mean, it's at Indiana though. Like Indiana still has a good home record.
Didn't they just lose at home?
I mean, yeah, but it's Illinois. Everybody loses to Illinois. Not everybody. Northwestern beat them.
You're telling me Maryland's not the same team as Illinois right now? Is that what you're telling me? This is news.
No, that's not what yes, that's what I'm telling you. Indiana right now is 11-1 at home. So, and that one
Okay,
was,
so
was
let's count
getting
that as
chanted fire Mike Woodson. So
that's true. I'm going to say they'll beat Nebraska. They'll lose at Illinois. They'll lose at Indiana, and then they'll lose against Wisconsin. Where did it stop at? Ohio State?
At Ohio State, yeah.
Man, another team that's like, what is this team doing? Beat
but
Kentucky.
Like they destroyed Ohio State the first time they played.
That's
Ohio State
true.
was down
Okay.
by like 40 in the first half.
All right, so let's give them a win right there then. So I'll say 2 and what was that? 2 and 4?
2 and 5.
2 and 3. And then did you add the Rutgers game too?
No, I didn't put the Rutgers.
Okay.
Yeah, if they beat Nebraska and beat Ohio State, this team will be 4 of their last 10.
Yikes.
Which, yeah, it's not what you thought Maryland would be. So
nope, not
we'll
at
see.
all.
We'll see. Philip says Nebraska beats Maryland. So
Philip called the Minnesota game last night, so I can't really go against him, but I'm going to right now. I'm going to say Maryland's
get a
gonna win that game.
notepad for Philip. We gotta get a notepad for Philip, so that way I can remember all of his takes. Jeff says Ken Palm is projecting IU to lose their next 9. Sheesh. If they lose their next 9, he's right. That will kill their home record because they play Maryland, Michigan, UCLA, and Purdue at home. So that's 4 home games in their next 9 games. That's brutal. Thanks.